Hello, thanks for joining me. I'm going to build the fin and rudder for the DB Mannock. I've photocopied that bit of the plan pertaining to the required section. I haven't got any 1/4 inch, so I'm going to build it out of 3/16. It's reasonably hard, so I think it'll be okay. So I'm just measuring out some 1/2 inch wide strips, and then we can start the construction process. So I'm just going to use the edge of this bit of balsa just to slice down, keeping it as vertical as possible to make the joints as accurate as possible. Never try and go through in one pass. That'll make a start. Now I've got to put a notch in this. I'm just going to extend that notch line there so as I can see it. I need a specialist part. I need this little tip part. So let's just pin it out. So there's several ways of doing this. You can trace through it. I've always used the pin method personally. I've found it works pretty well. So you just put a pin in all the corners, straight lines there. So sharpen this pencil up with my swing wing aeroplane pencil sharpener. Be better if it was a biplane, but it isn't. That leaves just that little round bit on the front edge, which I'll take off mostly with the saw. Another piece has to be made is the R2 as it's called here. Let's hopefully this isn't too boring for you guys. I'll probably speed it up. I've got a long straight along here. Okay, what does that leave us with? Done, done, done. I've got some 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Just the gussets. Let's discuss it. Okay. R6. Pretty flat. Trusty piece of wall line in here. Plasterboard as it's known in the UK. One there. One up there. Right, start putting on some pieces here. So that can go in there. Let's pop a pin through. This is how we build model aeroplanes. R1. That one there. Goes in there like that. I'm using aliphatic resin for this. It's not end grain, but there's a bit of grain showing. Little bit of pre-sealing of the wood like that. Now you go in there like that. And I'll pop a pin in there to hold it. Okay, and I want this upright in next. Is that long enough? It certainly is. So that bit there is what we call R5. That bit there is going to go on there. So I'm going to glue the end of the upright, both ends actually. I'm going to pop that one in there. pin in to hold it, and make sure it's level at the back. One long straight to there, right to the bottom. That one there, and that in there. Touch the side I was going to glue in. It's now 26 minutes since I started gluing, and 30 minutes cutting out the parts. So there we are, a pleasant hour. There we are, guys. That's the fin and rudder setup. When that's dry, I can unpin it all and we can sand that to shape and offer it up to the fuselage. I've popped off the rudder and fin from the board, giving it a light sand. Looks very good. That just fits in the tail plane like that. Little notch there goes around the main spar. It clips in there. Nice solid fit. So that's all looking good. Just got to sand the edges, shape it up a bit and cover it. I'll decide what I'm going to do with the hinges as well. But just for the minute, this afternoon, I'm just fitting my battery tray into the fuselage. Let me bend you down. What I've decided I'm going to do is just take it back into the rear former slightly. So I've just marked it up, squared up the hole on that side. The battery tray will sit in there, but I just want it to go back a little bit further, just clear the motor a bit, and it'll give me a bit of slide-in moment to set the centre of gravity. So I'm just opening up that rear firewall. Using a series of drill holes is best. I think you'll agree. Put you over there. Okay. I'll shut it. I've gone outside, don't mention anything. Okay guys, getting there. I've got a crude hole now. I'm just going to tidy up the edges. Okay, there we are. One neat little square hole that can slide in there to its heart's content. Now I'll fix it when the time comes. Also left a little hole for the ESC plug. Maybe that ought to be slightly bigger. Okay, so that's the extent of it. That gives me plenty of room then to little hole for the ESC wire and plenty of room for the ESC itself. I think I need to cut a plywood motor mount, and it's going to go just at the bottom of the engine bearers. So if I drop it down slightly below that, got to maintain a bit of airflow past the ESC. That fits in there nice. So it's that's looking pretty good. So what I need to do, I've got to go away and make a piece of plywood for the engine mount. So while I do that, you can go and have a cup of tea. I shall be back shortly. Thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Like and subscribe. while I'm drinking, sorry, I'm not drinking tea, what I'm talking about, while I'm cutting this bulkhead, and you won't miss any future updates. But it's coming along nicely, guys. Catch you in a minute.